Welcome back to Big Balls Fantasy Football. Tonight, we are going to do a segment for the first time, the Balls Challenge. It's going to be a verbal thunderdome, if you will, where we're going to take on each other in 1-minute debates about some of the hard-hitting topics of the NFL and of fantasy football. So, Jenilee, why don't you start us off and let's get it on.
All right, let's start debating. So the first topic is live drafts or online drafts. Take it away.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I've only ever done online drafts, and it's very convenient and it's easy. You can have people from all over, the country play. I can have friends from New York playing with me out here in LA. So it's very, very convenient and easy. So I go online all the way.
I'm old school. I can't drink a beer with anybody that's, thousands of miles away. If we have to fly everybody into Vegas, we're going to sit there, we're going to do it at the big board, we're going to put on the big stickers, we're going to turn it into a party. I love doing them live, I like having fun, and then you have all of that suspense and you have all of that ripping on each other because nobody likes doing the chat board on the online ones, I find. I'm sorry.
I mean, a good party, I'm always down for the good party, but you could Skype. You could do it versus Skype.
Cool. So, the next one.
All right, well, moving on. Old school versus new school Pro Bowl. Go.
Oh, God, this drives me crazy.
I'm going to go with new school Pro Bowl on this one. Only because the old one clearly didn't work. Nobody watched. But I would hate for them to get rid of it because it's fun for the players. And if I ever had enough money to fly to Hawaii, I'd go watch them there play it. So I go new school. They're doing it in a fantasy type of way, so we'll see how that goes. But it should be fun. There's so many people that play fantasy football that it's like, why not?
I think it's a bit gimmicky. I don't have a problem with it being fantasy football, but it's gimmicky. I used to just like the fact that it was this really nice game that used to actually come after the season and used to be in Hawaii, and the NFL, I think, cheaped out a little bit and didn't want to send people's families over to Hawaii, and then decided to try and do it in Miami, and then botched it there, throwing it too early before the Super Bowl. I mean, I just like the old school. I can't help it. I'm old. I like old school.
You are old.
I'm old. So finally, ladies, catfight over this. Waiver wire wackiness or leaving your lineup alone?
I'm going to say leave your lineup alone unless you have injuries or someone's like not producing for like at least 3 weeks. If they're just like giving you nothing, then you got to go to the waiver wire. But I like to leave my lineup because, that's why you watch our show. You should be able to draft well enough to be able to just chill with your lineup and plug your players in each week.
In theory, I think that sounds great, but I love the waiver wire. I love trying to see what's going to be new and out there. It's like window shopping for me. It's like there's no harm in going and looking through the store windows and seeing what you find. And if you find a really good steal, you got to scoop it up. So I always like to see if there's bigger and better, and you can always just rotate through. If you find anyone, just put them on your bench if you don't really think they're going to do something. But if you playing against a team with a crappier defense or quarterback, you might find some good picks in there.
Well, we're playing in the same league this year, so we'll see which way works.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. We are actually going to be having a Big Balls Fantasy Football League called the Biggest Balls of them All, and we will tell you about that next week. Thank you for watching BBFF tonight on the Stream.TV. Next week, we are going to have Cash Khan. He's going to give us our gambles of the week, picks that you can bank on in the draft, gambles that you never thought you'd want to pick. And you can catch us on social media.
Don't forget to tweet us at BigBallsFBall. Go to our official site, BigBallsFantasyFootball.com, and like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/BigBallsFantasyFootball.
And don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks for showing up, Ashlee. We appreciate it. You going to come back?
Absolutely.
All right, she's coming back. Thanks for watching.